In this video,
we have our big, beautiful blood tent.
that is cold.
To go out for dinner and then come back to the campsite.
Decided to get off the beach. That is a really intense one. This week was all about water, its power, beauty, majesty, and challenges.
All right, we're jumping on just quick to talk about where we are, what we're doing.
It's our first 4 days in northern British Columbia. And what would you say?
We're getting used to being in British Columbia. We're getting used to the bugs. We have our big, beautiful blood tent.
It's working great, actually. There are a few, as you could probably see, but a lot less than there are outside there. So far, cheers. So far, I guess one of the things that we should have expected, and we sort of did expect, was that there'd be a lot of bugs and a lot of rain. That's why we got the screen tent. But we're still getting used to keeping the van closed all the time. Being in the Southwest in the desert, we haven't really had to do that.
Yeah, it's a lot different than the Southwest desert. Northern British Columbia.
It's a little different. The van's doing great other than that one thing, but that wasn't its fault.
We had a few thunderstorms come through here. Didn't really leave much rain, just out in the distance. This one might be a little bit different as we're getting a little bit of rain now.
We happened to set up here at Cobb Lake in the overflow site.
We didn't know it was the overflow site.
No, but it was definitely the best site for us. It was a little farther away from all the people, all like 10 of the people. And also it had a great view of the sky and also a view of the lake. So this is where we ended up.
So we've been here for 2 nights. It's the longest we've stayed anywhere in British Columbia, except for Yukon City.
It's the ideal campsite for us. Has the ability to have cell service, and also has sun, and also has trails and views. So I guess that's what everybody is looking for, right? But it's a little bit hard for us to find exactly those things. Oh, and not very many people. We want it all. Not gonna gill nut and die from her injuries. Try again. No. You are eaten by a northern pike minnow, eaten by a dragonfly larva. At Burns Lake, we turned south to explore British Columbia's lakes region. We hope to find a spot next to one of the many beautiful lakes. This is Government Point. It's free campsites. This is Francois Lake. It is right next to the road, but it's also next to a lake. And it's facing the right direction for us, so good for solar and actually good for our satellite, which usually faces north when it looks for signal, but now that we're up so far north, it's looking south. That's the road right there. I think that's serpentine. Kind of cool. You can leave it here. This area is known for agate, but I didn't find any. I did find these though. We decided to move on from that other spot. It was right next to the road. This one. same lake about 10 kilometers further. It's pretty awesome. So we had to change our spot. No one's at this campground, which is kind of lucky in this case. So we needed to set up the satellite, get some work done. And the other spots, one back there in those trees, one over here in this little alcove, and this beautiful spot, which we really liked, right next to the boat ramp and the beach and the lake. None of them had enough sky for our satellite, so we moved. In northern British Columbia, water is everywhere. It's astounding and beautiful. That is cold. All right. I didn't find much agate here either, but that was okay. Dinner time again, and today we're making pasta with some of our leftover ground chicken, our eggplant, which was looking really sad and needed to be eaten, a little bit of zucchini, some of our garlic. This was a new idea we had, to chop up all our garlic with our little hand chopper and put it in oil and store it so it's easy to use, and basil leaves. So, yeah, that's what we're having, pasta. Dan is trying to pretty up our window panels. There were some rattan panels over these. These cover our side windows, but they started looking a little ratty rattan. That was a dad joke, I guess. Anyway, so his first thought was to do these little paper blinds that we got pretty cheaply at Canadian Tire. Those didn't work out great. So now we got ye old fabric that we happen to have already stored in our van from a previous home repair, and some duct tape. Part of Collymount, the oldest settlement in this region, the Lakes region. This is Wisteria Provincial Park. It's really just a boat ramp. 2 picnic camping spots. We are in one just for lunch. And then there's another spot that's down there next to the lake. Pretty amazing, and you can see those mountains. That, on the other side of Lake Utsa there, is Tweed Mere. National Park of Canada. Check out this picnic spot or camping spot. It's free, 14-day limit. The road coming in was half paved, half packed dirt. It was really good. Not even much washboard. Check out this spot. You can't really get any better boondocking than this. Free picnic area, picnic table with this lake and view of this mountain. It was hard to leave Wisteria Park, but we headed on for Indian Bay, another free rec site on another lake. We are going over Lake Francois.
We're going over a lake.
We're going over a lake on a free ferry, which is something they have here in BC. And it runs every hour or so.
They had free ferries in Texas too.
Oh yeah, we had free ferries in Texas.
Free ferries aren't a big deal. But exciting nonetheless.
He's a little snarky today.
Nonetheless, they're exciting. Because we're going over a lake.
Here's the kind of water we especially love, showers. And Smithers at the municipal campground. And we're kind of excited because we were here a couple of years ago and they have a great brewery and a cute little downtown and a laundromat. And so we're going to avail ourselves of all of those things while we're here. This is the Bulky River. Campground is along the Bulky River. The town of Smithers is just over there. So much beauty in this part of the world, huh?
Be careful down there. Be careful, I said. Here we are in Smithers, British Columbia. The Bulkley River behind us. The Verveen Mountains, Provincial Park, right there. And there's Perry. And a little lie down.
Yeah, one more day for a full week of British Columbia camping.
And we are in Smithers right now.
This is a place we were a couple of years ago. It's the first time we've spent any money camping since we've been here this week. It's $27 Canadian.
$27
Oh, $34 Canadian.
But it's in the middle of Smithers, so it's fine. We get to go out for dinner and then come back to the campsite.
We're gonna go to the brewery, I think, and check out this river. This is the Bulky River.
The
Bulky River. The Bulky River. The rocks are pretty bulky here. I really like them.
There's some bulky rocks right there.
Oh yeah, those are really bulky.
Yes.
Yeah. What else? What else is going on? We are going to
Do laundry today.
do laundry. Very exciting. We stocked up on some fresh food at the Smithers Farmers Market. And at this grocery store with a beautiful view. We are in Smithers.
We just finished our shopping.
And we are going to check out the Driftwood Canyon Provincial Park. Dan's sister is familiar with this area, and she tells us there are fossils there that we can check out.
The not take.
The not take. So we're just going to go look at it 6 miles out of town in the wrong direction.
But that's okay, we have time.
So this place has fish fossils that are about the same age as the ones that we saw and mined for in Wyoming. That's pretty amazing. The cliff was steep, and we didn't want to disturb the layers of fossils, so mostly we enjoyed the view from here. Did not look for fossils at the fossil site. Didn't see anything other than really amazing scenery and layers of rock that had fossils in them. But we stopped just down the road at this quarry just to check out the agate situation. I think I found a few cool things. Show them to you. We took the beautiful Tekla High Road back to Route 16 on the highway. Sometimes out of your way is the way to go. So much water. how blue that water is. Amazing. After breakfast in the town of Terrace, we decided to head out for another free rec site, one a good ways off the pavement. The road in was more of a challenge than we expected. A little deep. All right, crazier and braver every day. That's our motto. That's a warning sign. Broken traction board. So far we haven't seen anything that would break a traction board on this road, but it is pretty. So we are here. It's a beautiful spot. There's the Exeter River. And a few other people here, which is kind of amazing considering that 10 miles of really crazy road. And I have to say I'm a little worried about parking on this gravel. You can see people have driven on this. And we've seen some people pulling big rigs and all this stuff. But probably not a big deal. We've walked around and tried to do our due diligence. Dan wants to park right here. I'm scared. We decided to get off the beach and park in a spot in the woods. We won't get any solar power, but hopefully we won't get stuck. We just have to be able to turn around, which is not a given. It's very, very dicey for me. I don't know, Dan always feels confident about this kind of thing. All right, well, we didn't get stuck. Some days, caution is the better part of valor. Ain't gonna lie, that was a little bit stressful. Just seeing the wheel sink a little bit into the sand and do a little spinning. After the last time, it really did affect my sense of security. I'll just put it that way. This is pretty though. Look at this river. A lot of people here. It is a holiday weekend in Canada. It's Canada Day, which is sort of like the 4th of July. This is a beautiful river. There's a lot of ATV action here. Feels a little like the Western United States. So we found a spot, a campsite, a campsite at a rec center. It's free. It turns out to be in the woods.
On a beach.
Near a beach. We tried the beach. It didn't.
We were warned away.
We were. And it's probably a good thing. So here we are. We're just taking a walk down the road to see what's up here. There's supposed to be a waterfall up this way. Beautiful here, as usual. I feel like every place we stop by, and it's beautiful here because it is. Know we were going to do a lot of climbing today. The day is full of all kinds of surprises we did not expect. I guess all surprises you don't expect. That is a very, very intense waterfall. I can see why there's so many people who drive the 10 bumpy kilometers to get here. I think it was miles actually, not kilometers. Wowie. Oh man. You're a little blurry. That is a really intense waterfall. It's like getting a shower, only I have all my clothes on. And we have to walk a couple miles back to camp. An amazing, challenging land, this one. That waterfall was probably bigger than most of the ones that are national park waterfalls. It was huge and wet and mossy, and there's only a few people here comparatively. And we are totally soaked, and we have to walk a couple miles down the road. So good. We are, however, so humble. There's no place like home. Slow going. So much water, from lakes to rivers to giant puddles. Higher since we've come here. Yay! Woohoo! We did it! To rain, lots of rain, and of course, waterfalls. What a place. Thanks for joining us. We'd love to hear from you. Any questions, any thoughts? Please leave them in the comments. We'll answer them as soon as we can. Onward!